I've arrived out at my starting location for today's project. It was an interesting drive down the road. Considering this is supposed to be a really hot day today. Let's just make sure I lock that up. Where's my button? There we go. Right. I'm not liking the look of the colour of that sky, especially down in here. I can tell you now, this road is something else. If you're not familiar with this road, yeah, this is not a road you want to get caught down the bottom of if it starts raining. Right, so I'm going to do the top trail, which is Link Creek, and then I'm going to move across to where I was the other day. Hey, we got a new sign! Look at that! Oh, well, I've got to go see this. Yeah, to Link Creek, and then I'm going to head down the top end of 19 and join up with where I was there the other day. Yesterday. Was it yesterday? No, day before yesterday. What have we got going on here? Make sure you close the gate. There's cattle up in here. What do we have going on here? That's a new sign. I don't remember seeing that. Gorge Creek. Huh? Well, the old trail used to go off down and across there and over the river, but you're actually better off going up that way and up the road a little ways. Right, let me just see what I can find here. Right, so I've just come out of the forest that way, a little pathway through there. That's the bridge you come over. This was the road that I'm on. It way back in the day, this was the road. I still use this little piece to start off the trail. It's just easier. It's the old sign still there. That's good. Yeah. A lot of people, this is a very, very popular trail for mountain bikers. They love this road because it's actually in remarkably good shape. The sad thing is, this piece of road here has been closed since the floods of 2013 pretty much, and I can tell you now, this piece of road is actually in way better shape than the piece I've just driven down. Yeah, anybody who's never driven the top end of this road, let me tell you, yeah, definitely don't bring trailers and stuff up there. But had a quad in here. That, yeah, had a quad in here. Farmers up in here, the ranchers, they come up and check all the trails and all that other good stuff, make sure the fences are good before they put the cows back in there. Yeah, but yeah, the post is gone. There used to be just up here, there was a post right there, and where you want to turn off if you're heading to follow the old Link Creek trail, down through here. Yeah. Oh, there's a post laying on the ground. It's finally snapped off. This post has been here, oh, couldn't tell you, longest time. There it is, look. Huh? It finally rotted away and snapped off. Yeah. That post had been there for God knows how long. Yeah. Either way, right. So let me go back and show you where you head into the forest here. You'll come along here. Sign's just down there. You'll come along here and you'll see a very well established tread that heads off up through here. Get a marker there, and that's exactly where you're going, that way. Right, first part of this trail is a lot of steppy over bits and pieces, all old dead stuff. Moved a few things off the trail here. You don't need to move much. Well trodden trail all the way through here. Yeah. Well marked too. Some people have put up a lot of tape and what have you here. The only thing with this bit is there is a creek crossing. I have put my Wellington boots back on today because it's not a bad idea to have one, because I do have several creek crossings, and depending on which way I go, I might have to go across quite a few. So I will do some more. We're across the creek in a mile. I've just spotted something. And all up through here you'll find various bits of flagging of multiple colours and all kinds of goodness. Yeah. And just up here is the first creek crossing. This is Link Creek. And this is the main reason that I put my welly boots on. It's a really easy creek crossing when it's not. I have seen it with the water literally right up to probably about here, up to this point. But as you can see, I mean, there's so many downed trees across here. That's a new one. I don't remember seeing that last year. Oh, so that's even easier. Yeah. So there is actually a nice tree here. Oh, that must have come down over this winter. Yeah, I don't remember seeing this one before. But, so if you got to here and you did have normal boots on, oh yeah, it's solid. Yeah, just walk across there. Yeah, nice. Oh well. Yeah. Yes, this bit here can quite often it will just be water. But now we've got that nice tree there. Yeah, could probably do this without welly boots. This first piece. Yeah. Right. So this is why I like welly boots, because I don't have to worry about creek crossing in any way, shape or form. Yeah, unless they're really, really deep. Right. I cut a whole bunch of trees out along here last year because there was all kinds of crap down in here last year. Wakey wakey rise and shine. And this first part of the trail, this is the old Link Creek trail. It crosses there over the creek. We come into a little piece here. Now somebody told me, I don't know whether it's true or not, because I've never actually been down there, but somebody told me that the original trail went down along there, and God knows where it went from there, I'm not sure, but somebody told me that's where the original one went. It didn't cross there, but I'm not so sure. I think that might be wrong. Right, I'm going to head up along here. Somebody at some stage has come up here with orange tape and marked this trail really, really well. So you'll find a whole bunch of this tape up here. Yeah. There's loads of it. Now again, I've said in many of my videos, if you want a nice quiet trail with no people, the trails up through this area are actually really, really good because they don't go anywhere exciting. They're basically just nice walks through the forest. So these little broken pieces here, I'm going to get them off the trail and continue on down that way. Just listen to this forest. Isn't that nice? I can hear the creek off to my right over here. That's Link Creek. Other than that, just birds. Not even any demented squirrels yet. They're usually further down. Yeah. And as you can see, there's a lot of steppy over logs in here. A lot of them. I have cleared out a few in here. Not so much of these big ones, these big aspens. I'm sure anybody that knows me will know I'm not in favour of cutting those out. They're a bit of a pain in the rear end to move some of them. And there's no need to move them because you can just step over them. Trees that need moving, I move. If they don't need moving, I don't touch them. Yeah, I cut these out last year. I cut loads of trees out on here last year. Bloody piles on. Yeah. There's the creek down there. And there's so many trees down across this creek. I mean, you can walk across it. There's a million Dave bridges in here. Yeah. And I'm going to head on that way, which is approximately west-ish from where I am now. So it's a west-ish kind of direction. Right, on I go. Right, first customer on this trail. There's loads of pieces that you have to kind of walk around, but this one here I can get out of there. That's rot. I'll come out of there pretty good. I've noticed there's another couple up that way. So I will do that and move on. Right, just as a heads up through this piece of forest, it is very much a pickup sticks, massive braided trails. You can see some cut ends, and there's all kinds of bits of flagging and that through there. The original trail has so many big trees down on it, it's not like you can do with that. But the trail itself kind of just follows its way up this way. There is no single track. There's 25 tracks that will head in the same direction, so just follow those. You can see, like back in the day, there was some old logging work done here on the trail. Basically all you're going to do is just basically keep heading west along here. As long as you keep doing that, you're going in the right direction. So, yeah, like I say, this is a trail if you like just out and about wandering around and just enjoying the forest. Try not to trip over too many tree stumps because you're not paying attention. Yeah, there's quite a bit of flagging and that up through here, so it's fairly easy to follow your way through. It's not a difficult trail to follow, and if you really get lost, you can head up the bank over that way. There is actually a road goes up over the top of that part of the old road, so I'm going to continue down through this way. Well, this bit has stayed pretty good. There was another tree on this corner I thought might come down, but it didn't. That's the one I cut out last year that was across the slope here. It looks good. Blue sky coming, so that's good. Right, like I say, this is a trail that just kind of wanders its way along. And you can see bits of the old trail and 25 braids in 65 million different directions, but it's easy to follow because the creek's off to your side. So, yeah. This little piece up here I'm coming to, I call this Ant Hill Meadow. Where we can ride the shine. And you get down onto part of the best bit of this old trail, that's for sure, where it goes up along the side. Yeah. It is a nice place to explore though. Back in the day this was a very, very busy trail. This is why I call this Ant Hill Meadow. Look at that, ant hills everywhere. Yeah, not too many people use this now. This was an old piece of road along here, but I'll continue along there and do some more in a moment. So just through Ant Hill Meadow, there is a very nice crossing here. So if you were heading up onto the road, you can head up literally straight up through here, up the hill a little ways, and you'll be on the road. Right, but where the actual trail continues is on over that way. So I will follow that along, and away I go. Well, I've stopped here a few times in the past. Isn't that a great sounder? Yeah. That was a good sound. I'll take that. Right, so my trail continues along, basically following this creek along, and it'll go up around the corner here in a minute, and I'll be out in the meadows and I can start heading south. That's the way I've just come, and this is why this is such a nice trail. Let's listen to that. You have this all the way up here, all the way up. All you can hear is the birds and the creek and the crows. This piece here is a little rocky. So you can get back onto the trail right here. Isn't that nice, eh? Like that. That's a great sound. Right, the trail continues that way. Now anybody that's familiar with this trail will know that that piece that you can see over there where that crow's just flown out from, that is the corner in the road. That was the old road, and the great big meadows are literally just coming up. And I'm going to swing round slightly left, follow it up through the woods here a bit. Look at the water in that creek, isn't that nice? Cobwebs are a pain, spiders are up, spider o'clock. Yeah, that's why I haven't put my saw away yet. A, because there's little bits I need to clear off, and there's also spider web every bloody way. Yeah. Yes. As I've said many times before, this is a very pleasant walk up through here. Look at that, isn't that nice? I wouldn't cross on that log, that looks a bit rot. You can cross just over there, yeah. Very, very nice indeed. This is such a nice walk up through here. It's a quiet walk too. And, not too many people use this anymore. Oh, we got another one down across the trail here. That one I will chomp out of there, because that is literally right in my way. Yeah, I can hear you, Mr. Crow. Right, so I will get that off the trail and go from there. Done and dusted. Yeah. We can run short. As I've said many times in my other videos, when the crows start making a lot of noise, pay attention to them. We can run short. Yeah, they've left, so right, that one off the trail. Yeah, continue down this way a little bit. Just coming out into the meadows, because it's this is prime bear country up through here, so I'm making a little bit of extra noise and going a bit slower than I would. We can run short. Crows have left, so yeah, if there's something bad around, the crows usually hang around. Right, I will continue up here into the meadow. Right, I've moved away from the creek a little bit, kind of peeled round to the left, followed the mountain on that side a bit. Just off to my right is the big meadow. I'll be out in the big meadow in a minute. We can see how many mosquitoes there are. There's a few. Yeah. It's another reason why I'm doing it now, because if you come up here in a month or two, it might be a lot taller grass and a lot more mosquitoes. Yeah. Right, nearly out in the meadows. Let's try and follow the tread all the way to the end if I can, rather than braiding off. Makes it easier for the next people to see. Right, and here I am, back out in the meadows. That's where I've just come back out. That way, you'll see some big snapped off aspens. There's a good trail marker up through here. Some bird upset there. Right, so this is the big meadows. That mountain over there, all along that ridge and whatever, that's all like all Smoke Mountain and what have you. Very, very nice up there. Beautiful trail. So if you're looking for the old Link Creek Trail, you come up 19, you'll see a couple of trees snapped off. One there, one there. That's where you're going to go in. We can run short. Make noise in this meadow. Yeah, if you come up here a month or so from now, you'll find this grass will be a lot taller. Now I'm back onto, this is the top end of Trail 19. If you were following it all the way down to the road, you'd go down that way, down through that gap, cross a little creek there, up onto the road, and the road is literally just behind these trees. Like I say, this is all, that hill in front of me there, that's Gleason's Hill. That's a very nice walk up there. Yeah, reasonable views. This is where you can see they've done a whole bunch of logging and what have you in here. But the way back, if you're looking for the Link Creek Trail, where those snapped off trees are, just on the right hand side, you just go in there. There's a very well marked trail in there. You can't miss that. Now we're back onto the big trail, as I call it. Ooh, that's a big bone. I don't know what that is. Look at that. Give you an idea of how big that is. Yeah, don't know what that is. Big, I can tell you that much. Yeah. Right, where I'm going to head is basically south of here. So I'm going to head south and join up with where I was on Trail 19 just the other day. Right, this tree here, anybody that watched my video last year, year before, whatever it was, a couple of years ago, this was the first tree I cut out on this trail. This is the top end of Trail 19. So far, last year and this year, I have cut just about 180 trees off of this trail. And I can tell you now, there's still a load more down. There's piles of it. But every time I walk through, I just clear off another one and another one and another one and so on. And eventually it all ends up neat and tidy. But the trail down through here doesn't look too bad. It's very dry. I'm going to tell you now, when I came up through here and actually cut this tree, this was wet down through here, and it's not now. So I'll see how wet it is on that piece down there. Right, once you've crossed those meadows, you'll come into an area like this where there's all kinds of little bits and pieces and meadows and grassy bits. In front of you, you'll see a trail. That's actually the cut line that goes straight on, and it all looks like it's a real mess, and it is a bit of a mess. However, that's not the way you're going. You're going to turn off here in a second. Yeah, straight on looks like, oh my god, lots of deadfall, and there is, you know. But, not over a great fan of cut lines, but the trail itself actually swings around the corner here, and this is what I call double diamond corner for obvious reasons, as you will see in a second. Last time I came through this, it was really muddy. There's a little bit of mud in here. See, there's 2 diamonds here, hence double diamond corner. Yeah, last time it was really muddy in here. This is the other advantage of welly boots. I don't worry about any of this crap. Walk right through it. And we're back onto what was a piece of an old road along the bottom. Right, we'll continue on that way. Right, just up through that meadow, you'll come past a whole bunch of bits that have been cut off years and years ago. Then you'll come to this piece. Looks like we've had another downed tree here. So this is an old aspen. This is what aspens do. So that's probably 20 feet up in the air, and it's snapped off, and there's all the bits down there that I'm just going to roll those off the trail. Not going to touch that big bit because that's pretty heavy. So I'll just roll these pieces off the trail across the creek, and you're going to go across the creek, and then the trail kind of goes up around that corner that way. So on they go. Right, so just come across that crossing. Once you cross that crossing, you get to here. I thought I cut this tree out last year. I know I meant to, but for whatever reason I didn't. Well, it's cut out now. That was gone. That's some heavy bloody wood. That piece of wood there, it's not long. It's probably what, 6 feet. Bloody heavy. Make damn good firewood, I can tell you that. Woo, wouldn't it just? Loads of old saw cuts ended up through here from over the years. Oh, right, well that warmed me up cutting through that one. Let me tell you, that's some bloody hard wood, that is. Yeah, all good now though. On I go, down that way. Right, down the gully, up the other side. Another small creek crossing. But, just checking the mud here. Got some deer, that's fine. But, I did find some fresh bear crap ways up the trail behind me. So I'll keep my eyes and ears open. This is where I stopped for a break last time. I think I'm going to have a glug of water here, same as I did last time. This is a good spot. I can see I've got good vantage here. Yep, so that's the way that you need to go. Down across there, real easy to follow. There's a marker in the tree over there, one of the diamonds, and I'm almost back to where I was the other day. I'll show you that when I get there. Well, this makes me smile, doesn't it just? Wow. Now I've just come up through the trail, and this is a bit of a cluster mess down through there. I've been trimming off bits, and I noticed on one of the trees down there was a new blaze on the tree. And I thought, that's very new, hasn't it? Isn't that healed over anything? And I found this brand new cut. That's chainsaw, and it I can see some more up here too. Oh yes, whoever you were, thank you very much. You have just made my day. I've no idea who cut these. Yeah, I've been cutting these out here, there, and everywhere for the last several years. But look at this. Yeah, sawdust still on the ground. Somebody's been up in here. If you watch this video, thank you very much. Wow, I'm glad I'm not the only person that cares about these trails. I thought I saw a footprint just now. Let me look in here. What do I see? Anything? I see some deer. I see another tree up there that's been cut. Oh yes, you guys made my day. There's another one. Oh, ho, ho, and there's another one up there. Yeah. Oh, look at this. Look at this. So this is the stuff that I can't do. I can remember climbing over this bloody tree last year. It was a pain in the arse because I had to kind of go up and around. You have to kind of go up and around. You can even see where it had been there for so long. There's like a bypass trail. So somebody, and I'm going to hazard a guess, in the last couple of days has been up in here because we've had some rain and this sawdust hasn't moved. Look at it. That is fresh. So whoever you were, thank you so much. Oh dear. It is so nice to know that there are other people. I know I cut this one last year. There's other people up in here looking after these trails. Oh, amazing. Absolutely amazing. You've made my day. Whoever you were, thank you very much. This is it's not an official trail anymore, so nobody really bothers with it. But it is a trail that people use because between these two valleys down here, the Sheep and the Ware, if you like, the Ware Creek Valley, this is the trail. There's trail 19 and there's trail 14. Trail 14 goes up through Death Valley, and that one also is a pain in the arse to follow. But this one, I don't know who you were, but wow, thank you. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of trees cut down there, but I haven't seen anything cut up here yet. So, not sure what was occurring there. Somebody obviously didn't like climbing over that mess. I don't blame them either. See, me, if I was up here with a chainsaw, I'd just whip all these out as well. Why not? While you're here. Yeah. Who knows? But either way, the trees that you cut, I am very, very happy. Oh. That was literally last few days. I cut this one out last year. I remember cutting that. That has made my day. Somebody else is up in here. Oh, is that another one? Somebody else is up in here taking care of this trail. Oh yes, that looks fairly new. I did cut a bunch of these out last year. Some of the smaller ones. No, that's this year, look. That's this year. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Like I say, it's the simple things in life that mean the most. And whoever that was that did this appreciates the trails. And that's what it's all about. If everybody does a little bit. Oh, look at this. See, this is why I'm debating getting a chainsaw. One of those battery ones, like a Milwaukee top handle or something like that. Something reasonably light, easy to carry. Just need a spare battery. The amount of difference I could make on trails like this one with a small chainsaw, absolutely amazing. So I got rid of those like 7, 8, 9 trees behind me that have all been cut out. It would take me a very, very long time to cut those by hand. Somebody put the effort in, and I am over the bloody moon, I can tell you. That's good. I'll just concentrate on some of these small ones and do those. Right. Oh, you've no idea how happy that's made me. Absolutely stunning. Well done. I'm amazed. Excellent. Right, I'm just going to move these ones out of the way. Right, so I've just come up that way. All those amazing chainsaw cuts are. Thank you very much. Yeah. If I ever see you, I'm going to buy you a beer, mate, because that is amazing work. Much, much appreciated. You've no idea. Yeah. So there was a few little ones left across here. I could see where he buzzed his chainsaw across a couple of them actually. That and that's this stuff, because it bounces around so much with a chainsaw. It's actually harder to cut. So this is actually easier for me to cut. So I can see where he buzzed his chainsaw along here and there. But if you hit that with a chainsaw, it jumps around all over the bloody show. I can see the chippings on the ground where he tried. which is it's good, but if the tree branches are too small, it can actually be dangerous cutting with a chainsaw. So well done. There was a piece of a trowel that always looked like it went on up that way. That's actually the cut line. If you look, you can see the cut line goes straight up through there. So I piled a bunch of debris. I've cleared all the alder off this corner. There's a piece, somebody's got some orange tape here. I thought there was a diamond on this corner as well, but I can't see it. So either way, that's the cut line. That's where the cows go, but the actual trail goes here. So you come up around there, up this little bit, and then it kind of kinks off to the side here and disappears off of the cut line again. This trail goes backwards and forwards across this cut line, God knows how many times, couldn't even tell you, but it's a lot. But I'll tell you what, I know I've said it, and I'm going to say it again. Whoever you were, Mr. Chainsaw Man or Mrs. Chainsaw Woman, thank you so much. Right, on I go. I'm nearly at the halfway point. I'm nearly to where I got the other day. I know I am. So I will head up here once I get there. I'm going to sit down and have something to eat and something to drink, and I'm just going to sit there and smile. Right, on I go. My smile is just getting bigger and bigger. Look at this. This amount of trail clearing here represents about half an hour's worth of work to me to clear those out of there. There's a couple of these cleared there, and there's another one up there. That would literally take me half an hour. It probably took him 10 minutes, not even. It's the big stuff like that that I can't do anything about, right? But, oh yeah, here we are. There's the diamond. Hello, somebody shot the diamond full of bullet holes. That's not very smart. But yes, so that's your trail down through there. Yeah, this is that piece of cut line I was just showing you from the other end. And next creek crossing, get off the trail. There we go. Yeah. See that rough old piece of cut line is down through there, but that's not where you want to go. You want to go down through there. Oh, I can't hear any chainsaw, so the amount of dust that's on the ground, the chippings. It was a good sharp chainsaw, by the way, wherever you were. It's nice and sharp. Okay, so we got footprints. I got some elk. Oh yeah, I have a boot print. There's a boot print there. What we got across here, anything? Oh yeah, there's some tread there. I can see some tread, like human footprint tread. Yeah. Ha. Nice, 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 nice. Oh, I'm so bloody pleased that somebody else is actually making an effort on here. Now I know the really big cluster mess up here where I was the other day hadn't been cut when I was there the other day, but I'm wondering now whether somebody's been down through there, because this has all been done. I wonder. Oh, there's some more. See how much better the trail is. Well, you just get a couple of people that give a damn about the trail. Somebody's come up here, put some time and effort into it, because this is a long way out in the middle of nowhere. This is not a trail you can stumble across. You got to deliberately come here. This is a trail that takes some finding, I can tell you. So this is the old Trail 19. So we're going to call it the Trail 19 Club. Yeah, the Timber Fallers of 19 or whatever. We'll make up some name. Look at this. Oh, there's a turn off up there, and I go up the hill, and then I should be right at that tree where I stopped the other day. Right, on I go. Right, and this is where I got to the other day. This is my halfway point. This is where I stopped for lunch. I cleared out a whole bunch down that way. But I'm wondering whether they took out those big trees down there. But it'd be a long way for me to walk to get to there. But from here it's about another couple of kilometres that way. So, and I also then have to walk all the way back up. So what I will do is I'm going to clear out some of these small pieces down the bottom here. See if I can take care of that one there. And because it's got a long, look at it, it's got a long sprungy bit on it. So some of those trees can be a bit, you've got to watch them. they can spring up, and there's a lot of tension in there. Although that tree's been down for a long time, there's a lot of tension. Right, so I have my pack off. I am going to stop, have a rest. I cleared out a bunch up there the other day, as you can see. That's all nice and done, and then I'm going to head back up the trail that way, because there's a whole schwack more up there. My target for this trail, for 19 and Link Creek, I set myself a target of 200 trees, and I know with what I've cut today, I've hit that target. So last couple of years and this year, yesterday I did 30 plus, or 2 days ago, sorry, I did 30 plus on the trail behind me, heading down to the Sheep River. Today I've done another, oh, I don't know, 10, 15, maybe 20 that way. Most of them small ones, those big trees. That's why I'm smiling so much. I cannot believe that somebody's taken out them big trees, because I just can't cut those. That's beyond my capability, because I don't have a chainsaw. But I am absolutely delighted. I cannot believe it. It's like all my Christmases came together. It may seem stupid to a lot of people, but I can tell you now, I would quite happily buy that person a beer. Right. So I'm going to sit down, have something to eat, get some more bug spray on. Enjoy this bit of forest. I know that way is pretty good, yeah, because I cleared out a lot of that, and I'm just going to sit and enjoy this. Bloody marvellous, absolutely bloody marvellous. Right, time for something to eat. Right, time to head back off up north. I've been clearing a few bits out as I go. Just cleared another one off of there. Those ones I like, because I can just cut them once, twist them round, job done. Yeah. Yes. Does make me wonder how many I could actually shift with the chainsaw though. This one here, I meant to cut this little piece out. I cut the bigger one out last year. I meant to cut this little piece out last year as well, so I think I'll just whip that off of there now and get that one out of there. Right, just cut another small one off. Just got to stop a while. Something down in there making a noise. Here, breaking branches. Wake, wake, run, shut! Can't hear anything now. That's good. Right, can't hear anything in there at the moment. Right, head north. Oh boys, it warmed up. Yeah, all that cloud has burnt off that was there this morning. So that's gone. But, yeah. Like I say, somebody's been up in here with a chainsaw. They didn't seem to go all the way through. I went a bit further up. I couldn't find where they'd gone. So but I did find one of them stopped at one of the small orange markers on the tree. So I'm not sure what that's all about. Either way, yeah. They cleared a bunch of deadfall off the trail, so I'll take it. Thank you very much. Right, I want to go that way. Right, down to the next creek crossing. I'm just going to loiter around in the mud in here for a bit, because I'll tell you now, oh, that cold water is nice on your boots, I can tell you. Yeah, helps keep your feet cool. Yeah, not much water flowing through here at the moment. So I've just come that way. That piece of forest up there, that's that really creaky forest that tends to be a little unstable. I heard all kinds of things cracking and banging in there. I think there was some kind of wildlife in there as well. Yeah. Right. Let me head up this way. I heard some banging and crashing consistently moving through, and then when I shouted it stopped. So something in there. Whatever it is, it's way back up now. So I have seen 2 piles of reasonably fresh air crap. One pile of some kind of crap, I have no idea what it was, but oh my god, did it stink. Yeah, flies were taking care of it. Yeah, I've done that picture of this tree a few times. I'm do like this tree. It's nice, isn't it? With the lichen and stuff on it. Very cool. Right, continue my trip back. I'm going to have to head north, which is roughly that way. So on I go. There's a bit here on the way back that it's a bit of a, looks like a mud hole when you've got to kind of get across it, and looks a bit of a pain. But if you actually come just up through to your right, you come down this bank, and in the bottom of here you will actually find, you don't need to get wet feet at all, because one of the old culverts is still in here. Yeah, still there, look. There it is. It's actually much easier to cross right there. Yeah, the trail looks like you have to cross down there. There is actually a culvert in there and amongst all that mess, so you can actually step across there and keep dry feet. But the trail, cow ruts. Yeah, the trail kind of comes down there and it's all chewed up with the cows. But if you come through that piece on the side there, the old culvert is actually still in there, so that makes life easier. Work your way through the grass. This is the only thing. This time of the year you can still see the tread. Once this grass grows tall, you can't see it, which is why there's nice bits of flagging in the trees in various key positions that you need to know. Like across there, once this grass is like 3 feet tall, how do you find the trail? You can't. So yeah, let me tell you, it grows fast too. Right, the way back, believe it or not, is that way. Right, up to the next creek crossing. This is the one I cut out this morning. That was a heavy log. Where did I cut that one this morning? Not this afternoon. Which I don't even know what time it is. Yeah, that was a very heavy one, that one. It's off the trail now. Thank you very much. Job done. Over the next crossing. Yeah. A lot of trees creaking in here. Oh, have another foot cool down. Oh yeah, look at that. Still ice there, look. Yeah. The bees are in here getting a drink. So, yeah, that's good. Oh, that's nice and cool on your feet. Oh, you've no idea how nice that is. That is really cool. Come on, bees, get out of the way. Okay. Right, up the hill, past the tree. This trail here, if you like trails that are well manicured and easy to follow, and you know, basically got a yellow line painted in the middle of them, trail 19 is not your trail. If you like trails that kind of, because this is it, I mean, this is it, this is the trail. Yeah. There's loads of cut ends and flagging and all kinds up through here, so it is reasonably easy to follow. You're basically just heading north or south, depending on which way you're going. But it's almost a north-south trail, and up there it comes out into the big meadows in a minute. I'll be back into the meadows in a mo and get some nice views. I'm enjoying this breeze. I was not enjoying the breeze back in that really rough bit of forest, I can tell you. That was not pleasant at all. Everything's creaking, just waiting for the tops of trees to snap out. A snapping tree is not something you want to hear when you're in the forest. It's a very unsettling sound, because not only is it coming down, but you don't know what it's bringing with it. Yeah, that's always a problem. Yeah, plenty of markers on these, plenty of cut ends. These aspens, although they look, see, they've all got nice leaves on them. Aspens are the ones that worry me the most, because they literally just go snap, and then you've got an insanely heavy tree falling on the ground, and that's not somewhere good to be. Now you need to pay attention to these what's names up here, the meadows, because there's a lot of old forestry roads and exploratory roads and all kinds of crap goes through here. So if you get here, instinctively you're going to go across there, because that looks like the actual trail. It's not. You need to go round this way, and you'll see why in a second. But there are pieces of road and what have you that go off that way, because there used to be sawmills up in here, logging camps and exploratory roads and all kinds. There's loads of them up in here. But if you do swing around this way, you will find in the tree right in front of you one of our trusty orange diamonds. Trust those diamonds, I'm telling you. Those diamonds are correct. Yeah. If you look at a lot of the trails, there's trails that go off down through that way. I've no idea where they go. I've got an idea where they go. Because to the far side of Link Creek where the logging camps and that used to be. But because there's a road down in there. So, but the actual trail that you want, trail 19, is this way. Yeah. These diamonds are very trustworthy. Yeah, follow them, keep going. My camera is covered in pollen. It's a lot of pollen around at the moment. Right, so like I was saying, if you're looking for a well manicured trail that's easy to follow and you can do it with your eyes shut, this is not your trail. This is an easy one to follow because there's so many cuts. You know, I've cut so many trees up in here. Like I say, I hit my 200 target. So, and I'm still stepping over trees all the way back. Literally, I have cut off of this one and round down to Link Creek. I have cut 200 trees plus off of these trails in the last few years, and I've still done nothing but step over trees. Now there's a diamond up there, and I'm suspecting that the trail used to go along there and around, but it's a little wet up in there, and there's a lot of deadfall. So the main trail into the next meadow seems to go this way now. This is the easiest one, so the trail has been cleared that way. So yeah, as long as you're close to these diamonds and you're heading roughly in the right direction, you are on the right track. So I will head this way. Right, here I am back at what I call Double Diamond Corner. Hence the 2 diamonds. That's the cut line that goes along there. That's Double Diamond Corner. Yeah, it's well marked up through there, very easy to follow. Yeah, and very shortly I will be back in the big meadows, which are up here. Yeah. This is the cut line. See, some people are very tempted just to follow cut lines. Don't. They're such a mess. Yeah. So Double Diamond Corner. Turn right there if you're heading south. Yeah. Head up this way if you're heading north. And just come up into the big meadows up here in a minute. Ooh, the sun has warmed right up. Yeah, that cloud I had this morning was actually very nice. Yeah, I'll definitely take that. Yeah, that was very nice indeed. Oh, this valley up here is absolutely littered with cattle trails and old forestry roads and bits of animal trails and Christ knows what. There was 2 piles of crap up there. There was some bear crap. That's easy to identify. There was 2 piles of crap that I have no idea what it was, but you could smell it long before you got to it. Not sure what that was. It was just a big mess of garbage. Ugh. But I could actually smell it probably 30 feet away. It stunk that bad. So I have no idea what that was. That's not a bear. If it is a bear, it's something really bad. Because I did find bear crap up in here today. But there's a lot of bears down through this valley, so not too worried about that. But as long as you let them know you're here. Ooh, the sun is warm. I'm glad I don't have to do the road walk at the end. That's why it's handy to know where that old Link Creek trail is. Because that's all back up through the forest. The temperature difference once you're in the trees is amazing. Yeah. So, whew. Yes, I'm going to sit in the shade here for a while and just have a drink of water, let that breeze cool me down, and I'm going to continue on my way. Right, once you've done that bit, you'll come to these great big downed aspens. Absolutely zero I can do to do anything with those. But I can tell you now, they are absolutely rot, and you'll be surprised how quickly they will disintegrate. Once they're on the ground, once they're touching the ground, see where that's touching the ground there? Yeah, it gets wet. The cows will walk all over it. Every hoof that hits it just literally just turns it to mush. Yeah. You come up here in a year or two, there'll be a nice path right through the middle of that. Right, back into the 2 nice meadows at the top. The piece off to my right is a nice explorer, if anybody likes exploring mountains and finding strange stuff. I will give you a clue. Head off right here. Wake, wake, rise and shine. There's a big dark brown lump down there in the trees, and when I came up here I saw that. It's obviously a tree butt. As soon as you see it, if you shout like that, just make a noise. If it is a bear, it will move. Yeah. I did exactly the same. It fooled me on the way up here, it fooled me on the way back. Yeah, if you want to explore, head up there. That's nice. Yeah, it gets a bit steep up in there. I'll tell you what, it is nice. It's interesting up in there. Say no more. Yeah, right. I will continue down this way. There's a bit of a water source up in there, but not water I'd want to drink, I can tell you that much. I'm going to boil the crap out of that. Especially at the moment, there's not actually a lot coming down there. I could pretty much, other than the first creek crossing, I pretty much could have got away with doing this with just in my normal hikers. So, oh, let's get back in that shade. Woo! I don't know if you can hear the wind. Hear the wind. It's nice, eh? Yeah, so when you get to here, if you're heading south, you're going to just go straight across there where those great big trees are on the ground. Step over those and that'll take you on your way. Heading north, just up through here, that'll bring you out into the big meadows where you get the nice views. I'll show you that in a second. I've just come across somebody with a bike up here. I think I've got to give them the bad news. Right, let's see what we can do. Right, I'm back at the beginning. I'm just talking to this chap here. He's giving some head up on where some of the good places are to explore around here. It's on a bike like that, you're not going to get very far down through there anyway. But pretty much that next little bit of meadow is as far as you can get on that bike. You'd be carrying it all the way to the Sheep River. But, yeah. Right, back up the top. I was just telling them about the old horse camp, which is just over in there. Yeah. Ooh, yeah, that's warmed up. Yeah, over through there you can actually still see some of the old trees and what have you, where they tied them up for tarps and horse rails and all that kind of good stuff. That's all up in there. See the horizontal trees in there? Yeah, that was the old camp. Yeah, this all up in here. It's nice meadows. He's up here exploring on a one of these bikes with their pedal assist things. Not a bad way to do that road, that's for sure. Yeah. Yep. I have to say the creek crossings today were actually really easy. Knowing what I know now, I could have probably done this all in normal hikers, other than the first crossing on Link Creek. And since there is now a tree down there, don't worry about that. Yeah, that's the old horse camp just up in there. There's old benches and stuff in here. He's down there on his bike. Let me just show you this up in here. There's not many wildflowers at the moment, so not going to trample anything to bits. This was the old horse camp. Bench. Wonder when the last time anybody sat on this bench was. I'll tell you exactly when. Right about now. Right. There we are. Yep. I wonder when the last person was that sat on this bench as a horse trip. Here we are, still using the bench all these years later. What a great spot, eh? That guy on his bike is literally just up through there. He can't get much further up through there. But he's out exploring, so that's good. Some kind of structure there, not sure what that is. This here, you can see the rocks. This was the old fire pit. The bench was next to the fire pit here. Yeah, this is the middle of the fire pit. Not sure what that thing there was. There's a pole up there that you would have put the tarps over for camping. I'm not sure what this is. Don't know what that is. Looks like a piece of it. Looks like almost like a sawhorse. Looks like somebody made a sawhorse for cutting up wood. But It wouldn't be much good to you now, I shouldn't think. Yeah, a good spot for camping up in here. Yeah, that was the bench site. And the fire pit was there, and the bench just there. Get off, fly. Yeah. Yes. Right. I will head back out of here. There used to be a sign here. Where's the sign gone? There was a sign here somewhere. Where did the sign go? Where's the sign? Oh, I see it. Who fell on it? Yeah. There it is. There's the old sign. Yeah. Full of holes, obviously. Always are. People decided they're going to shoot them, use them as target practice. Yeah. But, yeah. Can't really, because that's part of the heritage of the area, that is. Yeah. And people fill them with bullet holes. Either way. There's the post that it used to be attached to. That was the campsite. Cool, eh? Right. So I am going to go and stand in this creek. Cool my feet down. Yeah. Not that there's much water in here. If you watch this video, Miss Drummond, you'll see that we are down on water at the moment. Yeah. But either way, I can tell you now. Oh, look at that! It's not. It only just covers my boots. Only literally just covers. Normally, you have to kind of step across this and kind of jump on the rocks, but not today. But at least there is water flowing out of it, so that's good. Yeah. So I will get out of the mud hole. Yeah. So now, if you come up to this area here, the road itself is down that way and then up across. All my feet are nice and cool now. But if you are taking the Link Creek trail back, which I am, you'll get to here. Somebody's put a piece of orange tape in the tree here. Yeah. Straighten that out. There's a piece of orange tape in the tree there. It, like I say, the road is down there and up across, and then the road's up over the other side there. 56 something or other goes that way, I think it is. And then if you want to take the Link Creek trail, you'll see there's two busted off trees in this corner. So you head over here, and this is the way back to the old Link Creek trail. And I can tell you now, on a hot day like today, walking through the forest is much nicer. You've no idea how cool my feet are now. It's absolutely amazing. Yeah, love it. Ooh, go away, flies. Yeah. You're back in the trees, you also get rid of the flies, so that's good. Yeah. So just head in here where these two broken trees are, and this is where the trail starts. This is the old Link Creek trail. Wake awake, road shine. It's a big dark shape down there under a tree. Not sure what it is, but it didn't move, so we'll take that as good. Yeah. Yeah, the guy on the bike is down that way. Yeah, he won't get too far. I did tell him, I did warn him not to try and do the trail. He was thinking about it, but he'd end up carrying that bike, and it's one of those big heavy battery bikes. You're never going to carry it. Yeah. So this is the old trail that comes down through here. So once I'm down in the trees, I will stop and have a drink of water and make sure I'm staying hydrated. It's very easy, especially out in the sun. I was out chatting to that guy quite a while out there in the sun. But, yeah, so this is the trail, goes off down through here. So if you follow it down, it'll take you to where you need to go. Yeah. That guy said, he was quite surprised to see me when he saw me walking up the trail. He couldn't believe it. Right, I'm going to head down through that way. And this is why I like this area. Yeah, you come down through here. That is the first guy that I've seen off trail down through. I've only ever seen a couple of bikes on that trail over there. But you come down through here, over the rocks. Whoop. In this corner here you can get quite a nice little view. Yeah, get down through the trees that way. The road is just here. There's the road up there. That's the road. That's Gleason's Hill. That rock that you can see there sticking out of those big pile of rock, if you follow that all the way up, that'll take up the ridge. That water looks mighty inviting at the moment. A bit further down where it's a bit deeper, I might just stand in the river for a while and cool my feet down. Yeah. Right. But in the meantime, I will continue along here. What a glorious day for a walk in the forest. What day are we today? Saturday, I think this is. I think we are Saturday. Tomorrow's supposed to rain, so, which is fine, because I'm telling you, this forest is dry. This forest needs rain. Yeah, all up through here. We could do with a really good downpour. We don't need thunderstorms. We do not need bloody thunderstorms. But we could certainly do with the rain. And I believe we are going to get some rain, so that's good. Yeah, I can take that. I think somewhere along here, once I get a bit of shade, I need to stop and have a little bite of something to eat. I can feel myself getting stumbly. I've been drinking water, but I haven't been eating properly, so I do have some more of my favourite sausage rolls with me. So I think I will do that. I'll just stop here and have something to eat. Right, I'll do some more once I've had a bit of a top up. That shows you how effective human voice is. I heard those two come in probably about 2 minutes ago. I could hear them up the trail. That just shows you how effective human voices are. Yep. Most people that do this trail up through here do it on bikes. It's a very good biking trail. If you're into mountain biking, it's a brilliant trail. Because it's an old closed section of road. So basically you can just get going. It's a good surface. It's very little mud or water on it. And away you go. That just shows you, doesn't it? Yeah. People think they're out in the middle of nowhere. But you never know. You never know who's hiding in the bushes with a camera, making videos and clearing deadfall. I don't walk up that road. You can see now, see the sun, and your sun will be on you, and it goes up over the hill. But if I stay this side on the Link Creek trail, I can walk along the creek, and obviously there's no bloody great hills this side, and I can stay nice and cool by the water and just watch the world go by. Listen to that wind. I tell you now, on a hot day it's nice to have that wind come through here, but you have to stop and listen for the trees every now and again, just to make sure nothing's moving. That's a nice pond there, eh? Like a little pool. Yeah. I don't know how deep that is. Oh yeah. Yeah. Ant Hill Meadows, as I call it. Yeah. All along here. There's loads and loads of ant hills on this side. And some more. Like I said in one of my other videos, don't ever be tempted to camp near one of those. You'll wake up in the morning with a million visitors that you weren't expecting. Yeah. If this isn't a nice pleasant walk through the forest, I don't know what is. There's quite a bit of the old trail still here. But, I do what I can to keep it walkable and usable. The original trail went off on this corner here. I cut this out last year. The original trail went straight on that way. But I can tell you now, it's just a big mess. So we did cut this big one out. That was a hard tree. I did a video cutting that one out. Yeah. And this bank up here, you have to kind of just go up and around now. It's a lot steeper than it looks. Yeah, there's the other bit of the tree right there. Up and over. That's a ballsy of feet job, that is. Yeah. But it's infinitely better than trying to get across that piece at the bottom there. I'll show you when I get back down this little piece. If you go straight on, you're going to find your way through that. That's not easy. So it was a case of, do you clear out 6 big trees that I can't cut, or do I just follow where the cows go up over the side? So, yeah. Creek down the bottom. I've got to cross this in there. I am so looking forward to standing in that creek, you've got no idea. Yeah. That is going to cool my feet right down. I think socks are coming off for the drive home. Socks off, boots on. Yeah. Whew. It's a warm one today. 30 something, 29, 30 or something, I think they said. Something like that. It was very cloudy this morning. I had my doubts when I first set off this morning. I'm like, oh, there's purple flowers. It's cool. Yeah. I had my doubts. I'm thinking, oh Christ, I think the forecast is wrong. But it wasn't. That cloud this morning has cleared out. I can tell you now, I could do with it back. I think it's coming back tomorrow. And we're going to get some rain out of it. Right. I'm going to continue on through the forest that way. But we're going to be standing in the river in a minute. This is a perfect example as to why trees fall over easy here. The size of that tree, it's probably 14, 16 inches through, I guess. And look how shallow the roots are. That is it. Yeah. You get a decent wind, over they come. And, that's why you don't want to be out in these forests. And certainly don't camp in these forests if the winds are strong, because they would literally just over they come. Yeah, amazing, isn't it? Amazing they stand up at all. Right, down through there is my way back. Not far to go now, and I can get my feet in the river. Right, after a very hot walk through the forest, I'm back at the creek, and I am so looking forward to standing in this creek. Oh my goodness. Let's head up here at the sun a bit. That's a little bit deeper there, that's good. Oh, that is so good. You've no idea how nice that is on your feet. Yeah, not much water in here. This is quite often full width right across here. And this side, I've had it where it's almost at the top of my boots, and really hard to walk across there. But, get off fly. Yeah. I can tell you now, this is so nice. Oh, my feet are just amazing. I'm only just over the ankle of my boot, I guess. But I can tell you now, my feet, this is cold water. This is really cold water, and it is bloody amazing. Loving it. Yeah. Oh, I will take this. Right, in actual fact, I think since I'm back here, cooling my feet off in the creek, I ended one of my other videos here last year, I think. Oh, I'm going to stand back in here. Oh, that's good. That is so bloody good, it's insane. Yeah, nice cold water on my feet. Right, I wouldn't want to drink this water, you'd have to boil it, but I'll tell you, good water source. This is Ware Creek. It's flowing through here fairly good, it's not bad at all. We do have a lot of rain coming tomorrow, so I will call that it. Thank you for coming along. It's been a nice walk, interesting walk. Cleared a whole bunch of trees off the trail. My tree count for Ware Creek and 19 is now over 200 trees. So I think I'm going to call that it for a while, because I know there's other trails that need a bit of attention as well, so I'm going to pay a bit of attention to those. Thank you for coming along. I'm going to head home. Bye for now.